Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jumpin here. This is going to be Mass Effect 3 gameplay commentary. Today I'm going to be using the human soldier and just showing you him off, and it's going to be a gold gameplay against Geth. I know, Geth. Who cares? But yeah, this guy's a lot of fun. I've been playing with him for the last couple days and just having a blast. I figured out a couple, well, I owe this to Strictly Fago. He's figured this out for me. I mean, I'm sure it's common knowledge, but I just didn't know is that they have actually updated to Soldier a while back, and I didn't realize this. A couple of things they did was they fixed the drilling rush. They made it really good. First thing is that if you look at hardening here, this is actually going to give your health and shield damage taken is going to reduce it by 40%. Pretty much just like a 40% damage protection. That's really good because it used to be only 25%. Now for your second option here, you have duration and melee damage. Now you might think duration is definitely the way to go, but I don't really like that. I like the melee damage, not because I'm melee, but because I like to keep it at 5.2 seconds. That way, you know, I can continuously use it to get my shields back or to reload my gun, things like that. And you will see it in the gameplay, because if you can spam this power, it's very good. You know, especially with the very last power, which is the freaking best one that they did to it, which is actually shield boost. Now you also can go for power use. I don't. That's no point to do that. The only other power you get is concussive shot. But what shield boost is going to do is it's going to restore your shields or increase your shield strength by 100%. Now that's actually amazing because it used to only be 50%. Now that's going to bring us to our next power, which is fitness. Now, even though it says 100%, it doesn't mean it's going to bring back your whole shield. It's only going to bring back your original shield, which was 500 with the first level of fitness. So every time you use this power, if you have max out fitness, you're going to get 500 shields back. Now that's pretty good. It used to be only 250 shield, and that was really garbage. So, you know, now it's a very usable power. Next up is going to be the frag grenade. Hands down, his best power and one of the best grenades in the whole game. For the first one, I'm going to highly recommend damage. It's going to bring the damage up quite a bit. The next one, definitely max grenades. The bleed damage is not that good. Now, for the last option, this is really up to you. If you're going to be playing against, if you're a player who likes to play against Cerberus or Geth a lot, I do recommend the shield overload. It will be more, you know, useful. But if you like Reapers, or if you just, you know, I don't know, I just think the armor piercing is pretty versatile, only because it will definitely help you against boss level enemies like Atlases, Banshees, Brutes, well, not Ravengers, but Ravengers do have armor. Geth Primes, Geth Pyros, anything like that. But like I said, if you were a Geth player or a Service player, that will be just a little bit more useful, the shield overload. Now for your alliance training, definitely both power damage. This is going to bring up the damage of the grenade quite a bit, and that's very important. And then the final one for your level 20, you know, for your last level, if you wanted to go for it, I do recommend maybe 3 points, or yeah, 3 ranks into concussive shot. This is just useful if you need to stun a very annoying enemy like a nemesis or something. But overall, I just think that with the adrenaline rush, it's you know, that's all you really need. Alright, now for your powers, or for your weapons, I'm going to recommend. For this video, I'm going to be using the Geth Pulse Rifle. I'm sure a lot of people wanted to see me use it, but it is a really fun gun to use. I also recommend the Fast 10. That's a really good gun. Another really good gun for him would be actually the Remnant. Would be pretty good. Shotgun wise, I do think shotguns are a lot of fun on him as well. Things like the Wraith is actually extremely good, just because, you know, he only has 2 bullets. The Scimitar is a lot of fun, and the Disciple is actually extremely good. So a lot of these things are just, you know, like I said, they're there just to just have some fun. And of course, the Hornet is also a lot of fun too on him. So these are just some guns to keep in mind that I do recommend for him. But you know, like I said, for the video, I'm actually just going to be using. Let's go ahead and take this Hornet off. For the video, I'm actually just going to be using the Geth Pulse Rifle. Now, I do also have another gold gameplay, but I'll get into that in a second. Now, for your equipment, for the Geth, I'm going to go for Disruptor Round 3. Rail Amp 3 for the assault rifle, and then the most important one is going to be your power amplifier 3. This is going to bring up your frag grenades power even more. So yeah, these things, I mean, these frags are super broken, like they are so powerful. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. Like I was saying earlier, is I do actually have another gold gameplay with this guy, and I probably will be uploading it. You know, I don't know. I definitely will be uploading it, though. Just because I've been having so much fun with the soldier, why not? It's actually a gameplay against Reapers, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to see that. So yeah, leave a comment, let me know, or just give me a thumbs up on this video, and you know that will pretty much tell me that you definitely want to see that, and I will definitely release that for you guys. Alright, so you know, obviously we're going to be playing as Geth, and it's going to be like whatever, because Geth or whatever. Now we're going to be doing a couple different things though this video than you might be used to seeing. The main thing I'm going to be doing for the majority of the video is I'm going to actually be holding down this position of the map. This position is actually a very, very good position for like your soldier or for someone. I don't know, like if you're gonna play like soldiers or someone with a shotgun, and look at that triple tech burst. Now, one thing about this video or about this gameplay is that my other three teammates are also we are all using disruptor ammos, and you're gonna see some ridiculous. There is no energy drain. We're all using they are all using overload, and we're all using disruptor ammo. Now this is going to cause an extreme amount of tech burst. I'm talking about some of the most. There's wave 6. When we get to there, like I probably won't even commentate that, only because it is such a ridiculous amount of tech burst that will happen on that wave. It's actually just hilarious. But anyway, like I was saying, like the pretty much the basic strategy is that if I can hold down this position, it's kind of like I'm the decoy. If you guys are used to that, like the way it's gonna work is that when the hunters try to come up, they're gonna pretty much go after me, and I can pretty much lure them to just be distracted on me. And also, now this right here is not that smart what I'm doing, but I'm actually going to grab frags. It does work a little bit if you can time it right, and if you have like a Geth engineer that can throw out your turrets for you, which is pretty much what I was hoping for. But that can't fail you. I think it fails me once in this video, and because of that I don't attempt it again. So I don't really recommend doing that, but that was just me being greedy, trying to get a grenade. But anyway, like I was saying though, like this strategy really will work well. Like I said, as long as someone's staying down here with either a shotgun, like another great character to use right here would be the Batarian soldier. I've used him quite a bit in that position, and that position is like godly, because every time hunters come up, you can ballistic blade them and just blow them to hell. And anytime a horde of Geth will come up, I mean, you're just having so much fun. But yeah, so that's something to keep in mind. And then, like I said, it's just more or less like it's a good position to hold down for your teammates, just so that you can so that they won't have to deal with hunters so much, because that's definitely the biggest problem against Geth that you'll ever face, is just the hunters. And the other thing you could do is sit down on the bottom if you wanted to not have any fun, but that's what people normally do. Like I hear stories so much of my friends telling me, yeah, I was playing with these kids, and we were playing on this map, and it was gold Geth, and all they wanted to do was sit down low. And it's like, for real, people really do that? That's the strategy, is that you're just gonna sit down low the whole time and camp and like grab the Geth? Like that just seems so pointless to me. Like, I mean, I don't know, that's just how I feel, at least. But anyway, guys, like I was saying, this soldier's a lot of fun to use. Now, he's definitely a lot more fun, in my opinion, on silver than he is on gold. He does work on gold, though. He's not like extremely bad, but he's so much more fun on silver, just because you can run into a room and just chuck your nades and just get like a massive kill feed. I'm talking about 5 or 6 kills, or just multiple. You can get all the kill streaks by yourself. Like in the early waves, before even like the later waves where you normally have to rocket and stuff. Anyway, this Geth pulse rifle is actually not too bad of a gun. It's they actually did also update this gun quite a little bit, made it just a little bit stronger. I mean, that's something that definitely does help it. The main thing with this gun is that you do want to aim for the head. Now against the Geth, it's always kind of hard, in my opinion, to hit them in the head. But in general, like if you can hit them in the head, you are talking about doing like a lot more damage than normal. And against Cerberus and stuff, and that was really, really close right there. But against Cerberus and stuff, like I said, like it's a lot. To me, at least, it's a lot easier to hit them in the head, especially if you're using like a Geth engineer with this gun. Is actually a lot of fun, because you can use the overload of stun, and then you just unload on their face, and it just wrecks them. Anyway, like I say, I do have this other gameplay, and I definitely will be releasing it more than likely. But I definitely want to know what you guys think and what you guys want to see. and I hope that everyone enjoyed the live commentary, because it was a lot of fun doing it. I probably will do some more of those in the future, but once again, now right there, I did not mean to fall on that ladder, and it just totally got me wrecked. So that was, definitely a shame. But anyway, like I was saying, I hope everyone enjoyed the, the commentary or the live commentary, because it was a lot of fun doing it. Like earlier in that night, we were actually having like a Mass Effect drinking game going on between me and one of my buddies. Every time we went down, we had to take a shot, and by the second video, I was just totally hammered. In the first video, I was actually pretty wasted too. Just putting that out there. Now here's something that's what I was talking about, and this was the dumb part. Just totally got wrecked. But because I went down here, I had to get myself up. Never ever expect your teammates to get you up when you do something dumb like that. If you go down around all the Geth on the bottom like that, you have to get yourself up. It's just what it is, guys. You cannot put your teammates in that burden, of having to try to come and get you, because it's just not going to work. But anyway, like I was saying, right here, I'm actually going on a little bit of rampage, just mowing them down with this Geth Pulse. This thing really is a lot of fun to use, that's for sure. And the soldier, like it says, also, you definitely try him out. Try him with this build. You'll actually be surprised on how good he can actually be. I think I'm using a female, so or she could be, or whatever. Like I was saying about the commentary, though, I hope everyone enjoyed it. Like I said, I definitely will do some more of them. You guys should leave me a comment and also let me know, what did you think about it, and do you want to see more? Obviously, that will definitely, motivate me to do more in the future. More likely, in all the videos that I normally don't have commentary in, I'll probably just try to make them live comms instead. I'm sure some people will be happy about that, so that's something to think about. The other thing is that I am curious as well to know about, I actually forgot what I was going to say exactly, but, oh yeah, I know what I was going to say. Is that, yeah, okay, if everyone in the clan, I hope that's been working out for you. If you guys still don't know about that, what's going on is that we have made a Mass Effect 3 clan, pretty much. The idea of it's not so much of as a clan as more of a community, or clan community is the way to think of it. And the way it works is that if you want to be a part of it, all you gotta do is give a friend request to Far Jumping, and the clan is feared and respected, so that's where the whole Far thing comes in. But if you want to be a part of it, just all you gotta do is give a friend request to that account, and it's not a big deal. Your skill level really won't matter too much. It's more about just if you play Mass Effect enough. Here's the thing, guys. Though I really would appreciate it. If you're a player who occasionally plays Mass Effect, maybe you like to play Call of Duty a lot and stuff, I would not recommend you to join the clan, because that's not going to be fair to the people who do play Mass Effect a lot and just can't stand just playing with randoms all the time, and they want to play with a community. Because if you're one of these players, and like I said, for you to be taking up room in the clan, it's just not going to help people, because there's only so many spaces left for the clan as of right now. Now we can make more spaces available in the future, but as of right now, there's only I think 35 spaces left. So you guys definitely have to jump on that if you want to be a part of it. Another thing too is that for the people in the clan, is that we actually did make a Twitter account. It's Twitter, or I don't know, you gotta follow us at Feared and Respected. I don't really know much about Twitter. I'm not a big Twitter user, but my friend Strictly Fago is pretty much setting that all up too as well. He's actually really, he's a big Twitter person, so he's gonna be running that. But yeah, like I said, so just go ahead and follow us, and if you're on there, I guess you can pretty much, communicate with each other, and also set up games, or if you want to find some gold or whatever it is, you can definitely do that through the Twitter. Also, I made me a Twitter as well. It's JumpinProductions. You can follow me on there. Now, I've had someone tell me that they typed it in, they couldn't find me or something like that. I don't know how that works. It is JumpinProductions. It could just because it's new. Who knows? All right, so this is gonna be Wave 6. This is a ridiculous tech bursting wave. Now, early on, we're going to be pretty much just focusing on getting the upload and keeping them out of the upload. The main purpose here, for me at least, is that I'm just trying to, we are all trying to, but mainly me, I'm trying to keep them out of the upload as much as possible, pushing them back, because we knew that we were going to milk it here. It's a lot of fun milking gold. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, when you can milk gold, it's actually pretty impressive. Well, I wouldn't say it's impressive. It's just a lot of fun to do, and you get so much more experience and stuff than you normally would on any other difficulty. And as you can tell, these frags are just brutal, man. They really are. Like, they can just... When you combine them with a tech burst, it's like an instant death. Any grenade in a combo just makes the combo so much stronger. Like a cluster grenade and a bionic bomb, I think everybody knows that by now, is so ridiculous. And a frag grenade in a tech burst is also really, really ridiculous. You know, cluster grenades also can work for tech bursts as well, and those things are ridiculous. But in general, like, these frags are just like amazing. The way I use these frags is if I'm not chucking them off a wall or I'm bouncing them directly to them, I try to chuck it directly at them so it instantly explodes on impact. Now right here is when we're going to start. We're going to pretty much start the massive amount of tech bursting. Like I said, because of the destructor ammo and, you know, because of these guns that we're using, I think 2 people are using the Geth pulse rifles. I mean, they are just getting zapped to death, and because of that, you know, like every time they get overload, they're gonna get a tech burst, and it's just gonna be ridiculous. It's so much. Like, look at that, look at all that electricity. It's ridiculous how much is actually happening there. And just, as you can tell, I'm getting the tech burst because of the disruptor ammo. I hope everybody knows that. I don't think everybody probably would know that, but yeah, disruptor ammo can get you tech burst. You know, it's just like incendiary ammo and incendiary ammo and cryo ammo can also get you cryo and fire explosions, if you didn't know that as well. Now the weird thing is warp ammo can't get you bionic explosions that I know of. I've never seen anyone pull it off. I've heard people say, "Oh, I think you can," but I mean, I just don't think that it actually works like that, which is kind of weird, I guess. But warp ammo's not that bad. So, but disruptor ammo, like I actually have so much of this ammo only because I don't ever use it much, but it is a very good ammo to use just for doing this. Like if you're gonna play against Geth a lot and you want to tech burst them. But like I said, I highly recommend not using Solarians, not using Energy Drain. That way you can just shoot them and then everybody overloads. Like if you literally had 4 Geth engineers or 4 4 characters with overload on them, and you just sat here and shot these things and then overloaded it, you're talking about just non-stop tech bursting. Just like very powerful tech bursting, and just like a ridiculous amount. Now, if you can't tell right here, I'm actually just standing directly on the box, on the ammo box, because every once in a while I will get a frag, and when I see that they're pretty much all set up for a tech burst, I try to chuck it into the group so that we can get a very powerful tech burst and just, you know, annihilate them. But I mean, look at the feed right there. It's just nothing but tech burst non-stop. You know, I mean, this game was a lot of fun for sure. But the Reaper Gold gameplay I thought was a little bit better. Probably, you know, well, I just think it's probably better just because it's Reapers. Normally when you play against Geth, you don't really feel, at least for me, I don't ever feel like that accomplished. It's like, oh, I beat Geth on gold, yay, you know, I did something impressive. You know, it's just, it's not really ever like that. Geth are just so easy in general. You know, like, look how dumb they are. I mean, this is literally their spawn. Like, this is what's... We're able to do this because they're just going to keep coming from this one area, and they move so slowly that we could just unload on them and just get non-stop tech bursts. It's absolutely ridiculous, like, how this is working, but, you know, it's just what it is, guys, and it's absolutely a lot of fun to do. That's definitely one of the best uploads you can ever have against the Geth, just because, like, yeah, that is what will happen, is that you will get nothing but, well, you will at least, you don't even have to get the tech burst. You can just sit there and shoot them to death. You know, like, in general, like, that's upload is absolutely amazing. Alright, so this is going to be Wave 7. This is going to be a start of all the big primes and stuff. Or, well, really just a massive amount of primes that you're going to see. Now, at this point, I'm going to go down there, you know, occasionally I will be standing down there, but for the most part, it's not going to be too necessary, just because from this up top position, we should be able to hold off the hunters for the most part. The main thing, though, is this, is that when you stand down there, the only downside is that you do, if you're trying to use a soldier like this, your grenades really will be a factor, since his grenades are so necessary. Like, the human soldier really relies on his grenades more than anyone else. Well, I don't know, I guess the drill adapt relies on his grenades as well a lot too, but the human soldier really needs them, though, just because he doesn't really have anything else that's going to stun the enemies or just
be able to take their shields down very quickly or do anything like that. So because of that, he really does need the grenades. You know, so not being able to get them like from this position very easily, it's just kind of a bad thing, I guess. But you know, I don't know. Like it's like I said, it's still if you can have someone stand in this one spot, this spot will really help them out a lot. You know, you just lure them into like the death, you know, the pit of death that we have going on here. But once they're in this pit of death, that's when you can really have a blast, because that's when you know, actually I really should have been using my thermal packs too, like earlier. I kind of forgot about them, and then I started spamming them around the end. But like I was saying, it's one of those things. Like if you can lure them into this pit of death, yeah, you're gonna do some like crazy stuff. You know, you're gonna be able to keep the hunters off of everybody, and that really does matter a lot. Like you know, believe me, your teammates will love you if you can keep the hunters off of them. Because it's so much, Geth only can be a factor when a hunter will sneak up on you and take you down. And then like once you're all distracted by the hunter, then the pyros will come in and just mess you up and all that kind of stuff like that. That's normally what will happen. And then the prime will push up too far, things like that. That's the only time that you'll ever have problems against Geth, is when a prime gets too far up, and he only ever gets that close to you when hunters are swarming you. And then you get so distracted by the hunters that the pyros are swarming you, and before you know it, when the pyros and hunters are dead, then you got a prime on you, and he pushes, you know, and then that's gonna push you back. And once that pushes you back, then you're gonna allow the hunters to be able to push up easier, and you're gonna allow the pyros to be able to push up easier. So I mean, just something to keep in mind, guys. Just kind of how it works. But you know, in general, like I said, if you could just kind of like chill in this position and lure the fire of the hunters, and also not only that, but kill them, or at least shoot them. You know, from this position you can see them very well, and it's shoot them at least so that your teammates can see them. Because once your teammates can get that visual on them, then they can overload them for you, or energy drain, or whatever they're doing. They can hit them with a power that can make them, you know, for sure turn visible, and then you know, then everybody can just unload on them. Now the biggest problem with this guy in his position though is honestly the rocket troopers. The rocket troopers will stay in that room and just unload on you, and they will also, the other thing they will do that's very annoying is spawn on the pad a lot. So it will be up to your teammates. If you ever want to stand in that position, it really is up to your teammates to be able to help you at least when they spawn on the pad, because you know, they really will mow you down. Like it's absolutely ridiculous how fast like these stupid rocket guys go down. And when you go down right there, you know, it can be kind of a nightmare. Now right here, once again, I'm going to run down, but this time I'm just going to go ahead and run for the back of the room. Now this is a good thing, because if you run back here, you can lure some of the Geth off of, you know, coming up the main way they normally do. If you can do that, then you can just kind of just make your way back up top. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to do right here. I believe they're fighting a prime right now, as I'm just chilling down here, just, you know, kind of taking out a couple of these enemies. You know, like honestly, when you can actually, like, you know, like let's say you're playing against Reapers, and if you watch the Soldier versus Reapers, you will see this a lot, and I definitely will commentate that video as well, just to tell you what I'm doing in that video, because we are actually using a very interesting strategy in that video. What we're going to be doing is that, like, you know, the idea is this, is that you don't necessarily need all 4 people jumping one big enemy. You can actually have three of the guys who's really being able to combo. Like right here, the soldier can't really combo. The only way I can combo with them is with my disruptor ammo. Besides that, like, they can all combo together because they're all engineers and tech characters. And same with Bionics. Bionics can normally combo together, where this guy really can't. So because of that, what you can do is you can just kind of take the role of just Slayer and be able to just kind of run around and kill everything for your teammates, or at least the smaller enemies, because that is a big factor, especially for Reapers, is being able to run around and kill smaller enemies so that those smaller enemies will not bother your teammates as they take out the big ones. I mean, it's really easy in a group of 3 to take out an Atlas or a Prime, but it's not easy when you're getting hit by the Atlas or getting hit by the Prime and you have like a million smaller units on you. It's not good. It's gonna totally wreck you. So because of that, like I said, if you can have one guy running around, like either a Solarian infiltrator or maybe a human soldier or whatever it is, it's really gonna help them out a lot. like as you can tell, if you can get the direct impact with this guy, you know, it is nice. Like, it really is. It's gonna have that instant explosion. You know, it's anything around it's gonna get hit by it. You know, it is pretty nice. I really do like chucking frags off of walls and stuff. You know, it's a lot of fun to do, but in this game, just because of my limited amount of frags and not being able to run around because it's the Geth, I didn't want to just take that risk of just missing the grenade and it doing nothing. I mean, because you will miss a lot. If you try to be fancy with your grenades, you're gonna miss a lot. You're gonna not be able to really pull off anything. And as you can tell right there, because the hunter is pushing up and the pyro's pushing up, I'm actually gonna back up into this position. Now this position is great because, like I said, once again, it's going to distract the pyros. It's going to distract the, you know, the hunters from going up the ladder. And I'm just going to be able to pick them off from a distance while my teammates can just ray down overloads and just shoot them from the up top position. Like, that's the beautiful thing. Now the other thing too is that if you look how I was chucking the frags off the wall right there, that's actually another great thing you can do against Geth especially, is that normally if they do get stacked up down there, you can clear them all out really quickly if you could just chuck those grenades off that wall, because you'll pretty much be guaranteed to hit all of the, you know, pretty much all the enemies from that one, you know, who are stacked up down there, because the explosion will, you know, pretty much, the radius of that explosion is, I believe, 6.5 meters, which is actually really huge. Like, it's a big old radius, and because of that, you know, you'll be able to pretty much take out most of these enemies pretty easily. Right here is going to be a prime that's in my way. I didn't want to use a frag on it, so I'm just going to sit here and shoot it to death. You know, you really don't ever want these primes pushing up to that up top position, because once those primes get in that position, it will back you up, like I said. And if it backs you up, that's not that, you know, that can be a problem. It really can be. So in general, like, what you normally want to do is you just want to be able to kill them before either they get to that position, or like I said, distract them or something. Like, just be able to do something. Right here, I'm going to get totally dropped. That's what will normally happen against Geth, is that you're going to get hit by multiple things that will stun you. Either is going to be, you know, a hunter with a prime, or a rocket guy with a prime, and then you're just screwed, because, I mean, you get hit, you're stunned, you get hit, you're stunned, you get hit, you're stunned, and you're dead. So, you know, that's the biggest problem. I mean, you really can't avoid that, though. You know, no matter what I tell you, like, there's nothing you can really do to avoid that. Right here, I only ran down here just to scope it out and see where those primes were. And then, yeah, this is terrible. Like, you know, I tried to use an op pack there. It didn't work. Don't know why. It's really whatever. But, yeah, now it's time to just run to my teammates, because, like, we are, you know, it is not good what's going on down there. Now, here's the main strategy. Now, we do not have an infiltrator, like I said. Because of that, that will make things a little bit more difficult for getting these devices. I absolutely hate this objective, especially against the Geth. This is hands down the worst objective you'll ever get against the Geth. Mainly because it's the worst, because you have to run away from your camping spot. You cannot stay in your camping spot when you get these. But the only thing that's going to matter for this is that as long as you can, you know, let's say like we are doing right now, we have 3 people up top just chilling, and we have Snide who's running around getting all, you know, I think he's a Turian Sentinel, but he's still running around getting all the objectives. As best as he can. Now, he's not going to be, you know, perfect at it. He's not going to be able to not go down and stuff. But at least by us staying up here and, you know, not trying to follow him around and help him, what's going to happen is that the enemies are really going to be divided. There might be 2 or 3 that will go after him, and the rest will just focus on us. And that's really what matters, is the fact that they're coming after us. Because since they're coming after us, we're going, like I said, we're going to be able to pretty much distract him for him while he gets the objectives. Now, like I said, I do have my thermal packs. I wish I would have thought about it. I think at this point is when I finally was like, you know what? I have some thermal packs. Like, I forgot to use these. I could totally just use these and just wreck these stupid enemies. You know, especially when they group up like that. And I mean, like, this thing with armor piercing is just, it's so godly. Now right there, that was an accident. I hate when that happens. But here we go. Yeah, I just chucked my nades at him. You know, it's just what it is. Now we got one more objective to get, so, you know, definitely you should always try to get the objectives done on gold. Just don't bullshit them. Now, I know you've just seen an epic milk that we got, but I don't really recommend that. That was just for fun. And it was great that we got that for the video, but in general, like, I don't recommend that. You should probably just get it done, because, you know, you don't want to ever fail the mission by bullshitting like that. That sucks when that happens, and it does happen when you milk it quite a bit. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you try to milk silver and stuff, you might have some problems in general. All right, so right here, no. I thought we had the ejective done, but we don't. Like right there, that's what Snide's down there, and I think he had a prime on him, and because he had a prime on him, like, he went down. And I think he just got up and rocketed. But see, that's a good thing, is because he can just get up and rocket the prime, it's not really that big of a deal. Because once that prime's dead, then the next prime that will come, hopefully will be coming to us. And yeah, I think it is actually coming to us and not bothering him. Because, you know, as long as he can get the objective, is the only thing that matters. And he just did, so that's great. And now all we gotta do is just clean up all these enemies. You know, which is shouldn't be too much of a problem. Like, this position on this map, it is really godly. I know the bottom position, everyone loves that position. They love to sit back and put their decoy out and just chill and, you know, camp their asses off. But honest to God, the top is not that hard either. I hope everyone can see this. And it's, to me at least, it's more fun, because when you're sitting on the top, at least you're able to snipe and shoot and, you know, just do things like that, and not necessarily just have to sit behind a desk and wait for a pyro to come up on you so you can grab them. You know, that's not fun. That, and it's very obvious that doesn't take much skill. I think everybody who plays this game probably realizes that, you know. But, you know, it is easy. It is an easy way to, you know, boost for our farm for credits. But I mean, I don't know. This game's really all about just trying to have fun with it. And to me, like, I don't really care about getting the N7 weapons no more. I know a lot of people are going to hate on me saying, well, Jumpin', you have, like, every weapon. Of course you don't care. Which, you know, that is true, guys. I do have, like, almost every weapon. The only ones I don't have is the combination packs ones, because you'll never get those. But the truth is this, even though I have all the weapons, and I'm really glad I do, because, you know, it's great that I was able to do that, but at the same time, to me at least, like, I don't know, getting them to 10 is not my issue right now. I don't care about getting the weapons to 10, especially because there's, you know, oh man, I mean, equipment-wise, like, I never have any equipment, and I just honestly buy nothing. And look at Snipe shooting me like a jackass. But I just never buy any Spectre packs anymore normally. All I do is I buy veteran packs non-stop just to get my equipment up. Just to get some equipment, because I use equipment quite a bit. I use my metagels, I use my rockets, I use my op packs all the time, and it's, you know, it can just be kind of a nightmare because of that. I just run out of it so quickly, and, you know, it just sucks. But hopefully this week, and I do believe this week, now it's kind of a waste of a rocket, I don't know why he did that. But hopefully this week they will come out with some type of, you know, some type of equipment pack. I think they are. It would only make sense, like, some type, you know, at least, hey, give us the new equipment. Who cares? Like, I don't care. Like, as long as I can get, like, 5 rockets and 5 everything out of all the packs, and be able to buy a ton of them, just so I can, you know, make myself even. Because once I get more equipment, I will buy Spectre packs. But until then, like, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't really see a point of even caring. Like, to be quite honest, some of the best guns in this game are the gold guns, and if not the gold guns, some of the best guns, or my favorite guns, are probably the uncommon silver ones. Alright guys, if you can't tell, pretty much boiling down to the end. You know, we're just unloading on them as we get ready to get the full extraction. And yeah, there we go. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, please like, please subscribe. Like I said, I do have the other gameplay, so let me know about what you think about that. More than likely, I will upload that no matter what. But, you know, I do want to know you guys' opinion, because I do all this stuff for you. But besides that, guys, have a nice day.